games. That's impressive.
Getting to the 10 has been the key there. Getting point.
Offensively, searching for his first points. Sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one used both ends.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw. Curtis
On the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far. Shooting a very Mirotic. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket. Assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they get the one they want.
No good for Moore.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Mirotic's shot is off. And here we go again. Seattle on the break. Crab good.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
The drive by Brooks. That's good from 17 feet away.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter.
And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic demeanor on the floor. I would say, Clark, we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
I think that would be accurate. I mean, Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of his business and doing what he needs to be doing. I mean, his reality is trying to live up to the expectations. For him in Portland.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Seattle. Guys?
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
So for Chicago right now, the big men are Gibson and Noah. Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. And it's Moore in at the 5. They set the screen. Noah kicks to Butler. And Davis sends it back. And they get it back. McDermott, no one around him. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. That's 7 points for Doug McDermott. Seattle leading by 7. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13. Games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well, and you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Pau Gasol's checked in for Noah. Okay, time now for an injury report, and let's get an update on Joakim Noah's injury with our Doris Burke.
Hey Kevin, I spoke with head athletic trainer for the Chicago Bulls. He said that he twisted his ankle and it's swelling up on him. That is going to make things very hard on them in what is still a very young season. Hopefully, as early as it is, he has time to recover and help this team down the road. Guys?
Okay, Doris, sounds like he won't be out for too long.
Well, hopefully that's the case, Kevin, and he'll be back before long.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. McDermott was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls' front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, two major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
Allen's shot is off.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Seattle.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Butler from outside. Good. Butler's got 5 points so far.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. That's 7 points for C.J. McCollum.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Some changes for Seattle. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Davis. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Ray Allen. The Bulls also changing it up. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. And Brooks subbed in for Ejuan Moore. They get a hand on it. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out. I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice. For the Brass in Chicago, signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
And Mirotic kicks to McDermott. And again, no good by Chicago. Seattle leading by 17. And it's McCollum in the corner. Fires it up. And the goes to Pau Gasol.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Really left alone that time. And it's 9 points for Doug McDermott.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
McCollum, no good. Bulls trail by 15. Kicks it to Mirotic. Here's Butler. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Williams can't hit.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Some changes for Seattle. Crabbe comes in for Williams. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Chicago also making some changes. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gasol. And it's Portis in for McDermott.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for. Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost. 3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Shot's good by Butler.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Seattle leading by 11. Here's Lillard. That's good. Lillard's got 18 points.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
And that concludes
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Ken. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 18 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian.
Defenders are going to need to start building walls and being connected defensively if they want to have any chance to stop him.
Now, come on, Greg. That's much easier said than done when he's the penetrator. I mean, his speed and agility make him extremely tough to cover.
We've got Mo Harkless. Davis is out there with Myers Leonard. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's McCollum in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle.
And guys, C.J. McCollum is a scoring-minded combo guard out of Lehigh. Was taken with the 10th pick back in 2000. And still looking to make a big impact in the NBA.
Here's Lillard. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
It's Brooks on the wing. And Harkless pulls it down. While McCollum has struggled with injury, he's broken a bone in each of the last 3 seasons dating back to college at Lehigh.
Yeah, and if he can stay healthy, I think he's got a bright future. He had a broken finger last season, and he broke his foot twice in the seasons prior, Kevin, just to embellish the injury situation. But he's got some ability.
Oh, the big man rocking the rim. Good aggressive finish right there.
And usually he leaves those to his teammates.
And you know, guys, with his length, I think he needs to attack the basket much more. Those dunks should be routine for him.
Ray Allen is checked in for Seattle. Chicago calls timeout.
You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row.
Got to offer more resistance here.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He said their plan was run their offense through Gibson. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. And Seattle making a change here. Williams is checked in. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And there are arguments, Clark, on both sides for the NBA and the age restriction it has currently right now. Having one seems to have helped the level of play overall, but I think there's some improvements that can be made.
Yeah, with the D coming into its own, though, Kevin. The discussion has opened up again. NBA teams used to not have a place for high school players. The D-League could serve in that regard now. But having a restriction is something that I think has helped the NBA. I actually would like to see it be 20 years old.
Me too. Allen for three. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his third assist on the night.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Brooks dishes to Gibson. Back to Brooks. Takes the three. That is good. Brooks has got 5.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Launches a three. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Here now, a very select group of players in the NBA. Big men who can step away from the bucket and hit the three. Third is Myers Leonard.
And, you know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
And these guys are really incredible. I mean, on one trip, they give you points in the paint. On the next trip, they give you points behind the arc. Boy, talk about range and versatility in spades. You got it.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Well, taking a look at Lou Williams last year, kind of a typical year for him, a lot of scoring on bad efficiency.
Yeah, and for Lou, he did make it over the 40% field goal mark, but just barely.
Just barely, you're right. Clarkson with the ball. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Launches a three. Mirotic grabs the miss. Bulls trail by 11. Brooks outside. And Davis sends it back.
Now, good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
On the wing, Brooks. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for Seattle. Moore is checked in for the Bulls. Three-pointer, Butler. Rebounded by Clarkson. Seattle leading by 15. Davis, the pass to Harkless. It's Davis on the wing. Defended by Butler. Davis against Butler. Shoots from the baseline. Not enough on that one as it misses. Chicago's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Portis can't get it to go. For Seattle, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Left side, Butler. There's the bucket. Good. Butler's got 4 points this quarter.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Over to the left wing. This one for three. Got a hand on it. Moore up top. He's covered by Clarkson. And Moore kicks to Mirotic. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do.
Ladies and gentlemen, men's team.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story. In this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Seattle leading by 15 on the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. The big men are Gibson and Noah. Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. And it's Brooks in at the point.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
McCollum, no good.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
That's a 2 from Butler. Offensive rebound, Gibson, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Gibson's got 10 points here in the second half.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Lillard with the block. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. Lillard against Butler. Lets it go. And once again off the mark by Seattle. Bulls trail by 15. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Seattle.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
Leonard, he's checked in for Crab. And the Bulls making it.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on them now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Bulls trail by 16. Gasol, a screen on Lillard. Butler from outside. Cannot hit.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
The Bulls have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter. So they are 2 of 6. And the foul called on Myers Leonard.
That's his second personal foul.
Butler on the wing. Defended by Harkless. Brooks from outside. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
For 3.
Butler's got his 8th assist in the game. Lillard attacking. That's good. Lillard's got 31.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Three-pointer, Butler. Butler can't get that one to fall.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second.
There's the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Gibson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Brooks kicks to McDermott. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
And on the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history, and Clark, he called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play, and I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. Averaged only 3 points a game. but he didn't get much playing time, so look for him to bounce back in the years going forward. They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Brooks with the bucket.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Seattle leading by 12. Here's Lillard, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor.
In the corner, it's McDermott. The baseline J. And good as it rattles through the hoop. And it's Seattle with the ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. Lillard from outside, and he gets the bucket. Lillard's got 38 points.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Bulls trail by 15. Here's Butler. The offensive rebound. Gibson. Tipped away. Here is Lillard. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Butler's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's McDermott. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 5 assists in the game. We've got 1:28 left in the 4th quarter. Lillard, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Lillard has been playing really well. He has 38 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from 3, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
Damian Lillard is a 2-time All-Star. He just keeps getting better and better, and I love his demeanor on the floor. He seems a lot older than he really is.
Yeah, he got an old head last season and was an injury replacement.
And Gasol, here we go. He kicks it to McDermott for the 3. The shot no good. Seattle goes the other way with it.
And for Lillard, that motivation. Remember, he got cut from Team USA a couple summers ago in favor of Derrick Rose and Kyrie Irving. And Lillard calls it wood on the fire. Those things keep him focused and also hungry. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Seattle.
Clark, their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Well, they were disciplined and focused, I thought, all game long, Kevin. Excellent defense around the rim.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And in the season series, they'll end up taking the upper hand with the first victory for this matchup with a 1-0 record against the Bulls.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Lillard. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Leonard with the steal. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Lillard. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Now McCollum from deep 3-point range, and that one's good.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
So no problem for Seattle as they get the win. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And now we'll see.
Well, Damian, what does the win tonight and the recent stretch of good performances mean to this team?
It means we're getting better. You might not be able to see it from the outside, but in practice every day we were making improvements.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny Smith and Damian Lillard. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game. Kenny, what did you like about his game?
He was dazzling tonight, guys. Even his opponents were looking at him going, wow, you're tearing us up tonight.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support.